Hi, I'm Pasquale Esposito and thank you so much for watching Film News.
Pasquale Esposito, it's great to see you. How are you doing today?
Well, freezing cold today, but I'm doing really good, yeah.
Yeah, -5 in London. You don't see it too often.
Unbelievable, really. And you have to know, I'm coming from Germany.
Yeah.
You know, but I didn't get so much cold like here.
My word. Yeah. We're in the beast from the east.
Yeah, I wrote on the newspaper today, yeah.
Anyway, you play Mafia boss Edoardo Arenella in Gomorrah season 3. Did
Yes.
you enjoy the role?
A lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a great. You have to know. I mean, I could talk a lot, so you have to stop me because it was an experience when I got the script.
Yeah.
I didn't know Gomorrah, the TV series, so I went back and said, okay, let me watch because I have an audition. I have to prepare myself. So I watched the first season and the second season, and I talked to my wife. I said, you know what? I'm not sure if I want to do this. Too violent, dark. I had a lot of judgment, but because I had 3 callbacks, you know, the first audition I sent a self-tape from Germany because I live in Germany.
Yeah.
And then during the process to prepare myself, I got so into this man. And I was wondering, should be a way, I mean, they are human beings, of course, they choose, let's say, a dark road, if I may say. But they are still human beings, so I was wondering what is behind these people. I mean, and I discovered a lot of things. I do think they are amazing people. We are talking about people with some kind of capacity, like almost the absence of fear. You know, they are so calm. They can face and stand in front of possibility to die. And I think it's a great quality. But like I said, they choose a dark road. You know,
Yeah.
It's like a Ferrari, but you go and just to rob banks.
But why do you think you were chosen for the role? Why do you think they chose you for the role?
Well, they didn't choose me. We were a lot of people, you know. At the end, we were just me and somebody else that I didn't know. We were just 2. At the end, I think, but that's a guessing. I think because I proposed something that after they told me they liked a lot. For example, I was, like I said, I was wondering. I started to discover a sense of beauty that this man, you have to know the nickname of this boss, he was called Au Charmant, that means charming one, you know.
Yes.
So I said, why? And so I started to research which kind of scent he used to put himself. And so when he goes through meetings, he likes to leave a kind of scent in the room. You know, where he passed by, people say, wow, these kind of things. And so a sense of beauty. And at the end, I was walking in a certain way, I was talking in a certain way, and they love it.
Excellent. I mean, were you warmly welcomed into the Gomorrah family?
Yeah, absolutely. I felt great. I have to say, I can spend a lot of good words about production. They were amazing, an amazing crew, an amazing productions. And let me also say, we're talking about Sky Atlantic in collaboration with Kat Leia. They took a challenge to invest in a TV series spoken in slang, Neapolitan slang, totally.
Yeah.
Plus, not even one actor that is famous, and they won. I mean, we are talking about a TV series who is one of the, I think in the New York Times, there is an article, it says it's the 3rd TV series in a list of 10 the best international TV series.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic show.
Yeah, it is.
It keeps you captivated.
It is, yeah.
the beauty. But what were the biggest difficulties you found in filming, if any?
It's, well, I didn't find so. Maybe because it was so nice. It was so. I went through so nicely. Maybe the only thing was sometimes it was hard because we shot during the night, and they want to have the best, and I like that. You know, so when. After 8 hours, you're still on the set, and you have to be fresh, and you have to be ready to deliver whatever you need to deliver. Yeah. And that was maybe when they pulled so much, but I didn't feel bad. I still felt part of a big production.
Yeah, yeah.
So everything was. I can only say beautiful things about my experience.
Claudio Capellini as a director?
Oh, he's great.
Yeah?
He's great. You have to know there are two directors.
Yeah.
One is Claudio Capellini, and the other one is Francesca Comencini, because her father was a famous writer. So, but they are totally different. So while with Capellini, he loved me. He left me like a free horse to, you know, to jump out and ride. She was a bit different. She wanted to know what am I going to do. And I really love to stand up and really leave open whatever I say, whatever I do. And of course I'm responsible for the camera, if there is the camera here or there is a camera over there. Of course I'm a professional actor, I know. But still, it's so great when you meet a director like Capellini that he gave me a chance to say, Pasquale, go. So I feel free, but at the same time I feel responsible because he knows that I have to bring something on the table. That you know, the story has to be unfolding.
And have you read Roberto Saviano's book, Gomorrah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, and unfortunately I didn't meet him, but he's one of the main people in this collaboration, and I really have him in great estimation. I mean, I think he chose a very dangerous and difficult road to walk. He's young, and I didn't meet him, but I would have loved to meet him because I really think he chose to stand up for something.
Yeah.
You know, he's from Naples, and he spoke out things that he saw. He didn't invent it, and I think you know that he cannot walk by himself in the streets. I mean, police has to be around.
Protected. Yeah. I mean, you're originally from Naples as well. I know you live in Germany now, but do you know how the series has been received in Naples itself?
Oh, that's a good question, because there is a kind of half and half divided. Because people, they love it, and they see that actually a lot of tourism come to Naples because you see the beauty. And by the way, in this third season, the one that I'm in, that's the first time that you see the story coming in the center of the city. Because the first and the second season, they have been shot in Scampia, that's outside of Naples, you know, a little bit outside of Naples. And it's very famous because of Gomorrah now. But this season, completely in the center of Naples. So you see this small street that a car cannot pass through, and you see the kids playing the balls, and then churches with so many amazing pieces of arts inside. It's so beautiful. And so there is half of people who thinks that great, and other half they think that it's a bad example, it's a bad exposition of the city in front of the world, because they think it's a violent city. But if I may say what I think is, It's true. Of course, it's a bit romance, like, you know, you have to, you cannot just have, otherwise you have a news, you know, you watch the news, but this is a TV show, so you have to write something in a certain way. But each character, I mean, my character is a true person. His name was Giuliano, Famiglia Giuliano, and he was a kind of charming person. You know, they took true story, true event, true ritual, how they sell stuff, how they behave, and of course they changed it in a way that we can tell a story, that we can be fascinating. Of course, I mean, it's entertainment, and so you have these two sides in Naples. People love and people say, but that's a bad exposure of the city. But like I said, I do think it's a great chance to say the truth, and also, I mean, Naples is beautiful. Also, in a filmmaking from a filmmaking point of view, that's beautiful.
Oh, it's a stunning city.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And I know that you practice Zen Buddhism.
Mm-hmm.
How does that sort of aid your acting?
Amazingly. Well, before that, I studied method acting for many years between New York, Rome, Los Angeles. But then I was so interested in the question, because as an actor I have to be real. You have to believe me when I say something. So my question was, how can I be real in front of a camera or on a stage? And so I went through different stuff, different teachings, acting schools. But then I arrived to different spiritual path, and Zen just was something that I got some kind of resonance in me. Because as an actor, I have to, my question is, how can I be real in front of a camera? As a Zen monk, the question is, who am I? I'm speaking to you, yeah, but who am I? Where I'm speaking from? What is real? This is real? What is real? When something is real? And I said, something has to happen when I am in front of the camera. Otherwise, why there is a camera here? Just because I learned some lines and I have memory, so I have to say the lines? Come on, it's too cheap. Something has to happen now. So the reason there is a camera, to catch it, that's interesting. But it has to happen fresh, new, originally, now, to me. I have to be surprised. And this goes together, this match the Zen practice, because here now it's one of the, it's a cliche that everybody talks about. And as an actor, you have to be in the moment. That means that something has to happen to you so you can answer.
So you actually sought out sort of the Zen practice
Yeah.
to aid your acting?
Well, yeah, I founded a company now. I have a company in which, research company. Because I do believe that, do you know Krishnamurti? Have you heard him?
Yes, I know the name.
Yeah, and I liked a lot because he said, whatever you know, watch out, because it can become a kind of dogma and then it blinds you. But whatever you know, just let it go and be fresh. And I like the idea. So of course I studied, and if somebody asked me, I want to be an actor, Pasquale, what would you suggest? I would say, well, first of all, you know, get grounded in the craft of acting, so you have to study. But I would also say, when you got some point where you have some kind of knowledge, then drop and start to research, start to ask yourself, how come I want to do this? Do I want to be famous, or do I want to be an actor? That it's different from my point of view. You know, acting, it's about storytelling. I have to tell a story. And then find out what is expression, what is communication, especially today. You know, this technology is so fast now that we have to really be on the spot to be new.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like a mummy. I mean, it's really so. I think it's really important a research that reminds me that has to be new, has to be fresh, has to be original. If it's not, then it doesn't have the same quality in terms of communication when we talk about filmmaking or theater.
Yeah, no, certainly. I mean, your past work includes When in Rome, La Squadra, Vento di Ponente, and Hidden Children. When you think back, which project brings back the best memories for you?
Well, Hidden Children, yeah, I mean, just boom. Yeah, Hidden Children, it's a true story again.
Yeah.
And it's a true story about, in Bulgaria, it was this train full of children, and they were going in Germany to the concentration camp. And it was this captain from Italian military, and I was playing this guy. He had the balls to say no. And I remember that scene was really, really, I liked a lot, because I screamed out, no! Like, no, you don't move the train from here. It was again, we shot in a cold environment, because in Sofia it was so cold. But everybody gave so much. In fact, we are talking about, I think he won 10 awards.
Yeah, won
yeah.
Very well.
Yeah.
And you know, when did your love of theatre and acting begin then? Is it a lifelong?
Yes, it's. I was in Naples, because you have to know I left when I was 16. Just left. I grew up in Rome, and then I left to Los Angeles, and then back Italy. Yeah, like 15, 16 years old, I was playing extra in different movies. I liked a lot. And of course, I can easily say it was for my narcissistic stuff that I want to be seen, I want to be beautiful, I want to be the best, I want to be the one. and yes, but now I'm 54, and I can accept, I can see all these things, and I can step in a different room, let's say, and enjoy, because it's a beautiful profession. It really is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, everyone has a lucky break along the way. What would you say that, where did your lucky break happen, and what was it?
Well, I mean, this Gomorrah, it's really, I think it's the best chance that happened to me, because everybody watched it.
Yeah.
Everybody. It's been sold in almost 200 countries, and now will be. Oh, by the way, it's still on in UK.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it will be in springtime. It will be in USA on Sundance TV. So it's I think that's the best thing I did in terms of popularity. Yeah. But I was answering some questions for a different interview, and I was reflecting about, because for me I won an award for this role.
Yes.
And there was a question about it, and I said, yeah, of course I'm I'm happy. It's kind of recognition of what I do in my profession. But still, it doesn't change. What I want to say is that Gomorrah gave me a lot of chance, and I'm glad. But I'm still the one that I was before. I love this job. I will keep going. I have my company. This is something that starts from here. And there are also, I know, there are a lot of actors better than me that nobody knows. And so I want to focus on the fact that, of course, an actor needs to be seen. At the same time, you can really be a good actor, a great actor, and not be famous so nobody knows you. Absolutely, but you still, you still have, your company. You still do your profession in a wonderful way. I just like to focus on this.
And if you had to think of a dream role that you'd love to act, what would it be?
Nice question. What would be? I could make an example of a movie that has been done. Well, you have to know I love Marlon Brando. So, for example, I love the movie Last Tango in Paris. I would love to do something like that, where there is a character who can expose so much that everybody can have a mirror about being human. And there are different, like this one. This one is a bad guy, let's say. But a bad guy, a good guy, it's still a guy. It's still a human being. And as a human being, there are a lot of stuff. You can cry, you can be angry, you can be sad. And so I would love to play something that's not so much closed in a cliche type of person. And today there are very nice screenplay. Yeah.
Excellent. And what other projects do you have in the pipeline coming up?
For example, this one I love to be part of. It's a project called Private Notes by Fabio Zito. He's an Italian screenwriter. I wrote the screenplay and I fell in love. I said, wow, what a beautiful story. And I can say the story because he gave me the permission. So in few words, it's a story. It's about a famous writer, an American writer, and he's in the peak of his life and career. He won an award for his last book, but then the same day in which he has to get the award, his family died in a car accident. So from that moment he goes down, he wants to be alone, he wants to die, and he goes back to this place in the south of Italy, Sicily, where there is I don't know if you have been there, it's an island called Stromboli.
Oh, okay.
And there is this small village where there are no electricity, no light, so you have to wake up with the sun and go back when the sun is off. No media, no cell phone, computer, no roads that you can drive by car. So it's a special place, and I love this story because from a Zen point of view, for example, the context is what is changing you. You can do whatever you think it's right, but if you don't change the context, each action doesn't go anywhere. So the story, it's beautiful from my point of view because this guy goes back to this place, and the place and the people from the place change his life completely. So he goes back to his passion, and he is going to write his next book. So that is kind of a transformation that he goes through. And I will play, it's a very interesting role, a commandant who travel with boats. He gets people in and out from the island.
Yeah.
So you have all these characters, people from this small village, very nice. So that will be in summer.
Excellent, well, I look forward to that. I mean, thank you very much for your time, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Anything else to say to Film News watchers?
Film News watchers, first of all, I'm glad, Marco, that I met you.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, and it's a chance, it's always a chance to arrive to other people. This is a great possibility. So I want to thank you so much, and thank you to Film News.
Fantastic, grazie mille.
Grazie.